Hello, so you are Sangini, right?
Yes.
What does Sangini mean?
Sangini basically means companion.
Okay. So introduce yourself.
Um, I've lived in Indore for most of my life, except for a few years of middle school, where I was in Boston, USA. And my roots are from Rajasthan. My father is a scientist and my mother is a homemaker. I have pursued science, physics, chemistry, and maths as my subjects in 11th and 12th. And my hobbies are reading books and dancing. I'm a national level dancer and I've done Praveshika Purnam at Bharatanatyam.
So you mentioned that your father is a scientist. So
Yes.
you must know about BARC, right?
Yes. BARC basically stands for Bhabha Atomic Research Center. It it also comes under Department of Atomic Energy and is focused more on the nuclear physics. So basically, nuclear bombs and applications related to hardcore nuclear physics come under that establishment.
So I also wanted to ask why IPM and not some science field?
Um, so I believe that I have very diverse interests. I didn't want to get into something too technical or too subjective as well. So I felt like IPM was the right course for me. That is why it has many subjects like sociology, psychology. It also has arts appreciation as well as the rigor of maths and statistics. So I felt like this was a nice course that I can pursue.
Okay, what are your hobbies and interests?
I like to, as I said before, I like to read novels and I like to dance. Bharatanatyam especially is something that I've pursued.
Okay, so can you talk about your strengths and weaknesses?
My strengths and weaknesses. I believe every person has some strengths, some weaknesses. I do too. I have some strengths such as I'm very optimistic. I am very jovial. I get along with people very well. Usually have nice. Other than that, I can say I'm hardworking. I'm very dedicated. I do have some weaknesses. I believe one of my weaknesses can be I can sometimes be a bit talkative. So sometimes I can be the chatterbox in my group.
Okay. So do you know about the current Lok Sabha speaker
Yes, this is Om Birla.
and the current RBI governor,
Shaktikant Das.
the Chief Justice of India?
Dhananjay Y. I don't remember his full name, but it goes something like Dhananjay Y. Singh.
Okay,
Shall
good.
we should
Yeah. So you mentioned that you're from Rajasthan, right? So do you know about the new lithium deposit discovered in Rajasthan?
I don't think I'm aware of that. But,
Okay. So do you know about the Manipur violence that happened recently?
yes.
Can you talk about that?
Yes. So recently there's been a lot of violence in Manipur. There was a statement released by Maricom. She said that the Manipur was burning and the conflict basically is between few tribes of Manipur, which includes Nagas and Kukis, which reside in the hilly tribes, and Meiteis, which have known to be existing in the valley and the plateau region of Manipur. And it is based on many factors. For example, one can be that the Meiteis have asked the government of Manipur to ask the central government to pass a law that gives them the scheduled tribe status. Nagas and Kukis are against it, and Meiteis have also asked for an inner permit tax system. I'm not sure about this, but they've asked something for this, which basically asks for a permit or an identity card if you're not indigenously Manipur. This is according to Meitei community for their protection of culture, as there has been a lot of immigrants coming from Bangladesh and Myanmar. While the Meiteis and Kukis, while the Kukis and Nagas are against it, as they believe that they can also be considered refugees and they don't trust the Meiteis tribe enough.
So you might know about the new parliament building that was being inaugurated, and there were some backlashes on social media. What are your thoughts upon it?
Yes, I believe So basically, while many of the important political figures were present on the inauguration, it did face some backlashes on social media, because at that time there was a protest going on. The wrestlers' protest was going on, which was happening in Delhi, and there were a few Olympic champions present there who did face some, according to some harassments by maybe the public, maybe police. And during this, that is why many of the public of India had condemned it for believing that there must have been action taking place, as Olympic champions are somehow the pride of India, and that is why they should have been more involved with the case rather than inaugurating. I believe that whatever had happened, it was something that could have taken place, and what is more important now is that the action takes place upon now, as I believe both of the cases were important to handle. And whatever had happened, I'm sure Honorable Prime Minister must have thought about it. What is more important is that the action takes place now once the building has been inaugurated.
Okay, so Sangeeni, who is your role model?
My role model, I would say, is Indra Nooyi. She is a person who has inspired me a lot.
Okay, so tell me more about her.
So Indra Nooyi was from Tamil Nadu, and she pursued her bachelor's in chemistry, BSc, in MCC, Madras College, and she did her PG DM in from IIM Ahmedabad, and after that she went to Yale University. Over there, and before that, she also had some work experience in Stay Free as a brand manager. And this is something that has inspired me a lot, because she was asked to make advertisements and help make contributing advertisements, which I feel were focused on sanitary napkins. At a time, this is 1970s we're talking about, at a time where menstrual hygiene was still a taboo to talk about. And something that has also inspired me about her, that even in 1970s, being the second daughter of the family, she went abroad. So this must have been something difficult for her. And even after going there, she kept on to her femininity and Indianness. Her being the CEO of PepsiCo is something of a big achievement itself.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
So hopefully, which I really hope, if I do get into IPM, I see myself graduating, and if not this, I would like to pursue this career in management from some other college, hopefully an IIM especially. And I see myself graduating and getting a post as a manager in my dream company, a company that I would like to act as an asset of, and I would like to contribute. I haven't yet decided on which specification I would like to have. For example, say finance, operations, or marketing, but I'm sure that I'll figure it out during the next 5 years.
So now I'll be giving you an extempore topic. You can think about it for 30 seconds and then talk about it. So the topic for you is 3 policy changes that you will recommend on primary education.
So I believe that the primary education in India itself is a very somewhat organized sector. The government has employed many schemes and policies to work on it, as it does have some things that can be worked upon and can help its functionality. For example, the midday meal schemes and all. I think the few policies that I can recommend on for the primary education in India, the first one being, I would like to make the primary education more diversified, more diverse, and so it won't be particularly focused on EVS, maths, Hindi, or maybe some language subject, but I would like to make the little kids have more knowledge and more diversified. I won't like their mind to be divided into subjects. So for example, this would be a recommendation in my personal opinion, rather than having subjects like more games, more practical knowledge, environmental studies should be a more part of it, some personal hygiene, something that they can talk about, consulting in the sense, a counselor they can talk to. So these are the things that will help them be more emotionally intelligent as well. The second thing I can say is, I feel like English is something English is some very important language, and this language is something that has been growing, and you need this to grow in a overall global world. It connects individuals from different nations very well, and I feel that this is something that has been introduced in our curriculum in English medium at say class 5 or even after our primary education sometimes. I feel like this shouldn't be the case. Younger child below 13 years of age, has way more grasping power in a language, and can grasp language more efficiently than an adult can. And I feel like this is why English or some languages, say vernacular languages maybe, should be adopted in the curriculum at a very younger age. And other than that, I feel English in primary education, whatever is present, is morely based on a chapter format and question and answer format, where the teacher reads the chapter, explains it to the children, and is more focused on the teacher just simply gives an answer to the questions written in textbooks. Rather than that, I would recommend a policy which changes English into different forms: reading, listening, and it has been applied to some extent, but I would like to apply it more. Other than that, maybe some independent body that monitors the systematic attendance of the teachers.
Okay, thank you, Sangini. The interview is almost done. Can you just give me one reason why I should reject you?
Why you should reject? I feel that there is no strong point that I don't think there is any reason that you should reject me, personally speaking. But yes, if you may find some better candidate than me who deserves the seat more, yes, a more deserving candidate. But I don't think there is some thing or the other that reason or the other that you should reject me.
Okay, and how much would you rate this interview?
I'll say that the interview went pretty well.
Yeah.
So I'd say 9 out of 10.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sangini.